So I think that our approach to the market is that we provide a global connectivity platform. So our customers are creating platforms for specific market verticals, and for them to create a platform that has feasibility, they need to have access to multiple networks. They can't just access a single network in a single country, because if they're creating a platform for telematics or connected cars and they could only access one network in one country, that would make them a niche of a niche. They need to have multi-network access. They need to have the ability to access all the different types of technologies from 2G all the way to 5G. So I think that our customers are looking for comprehensive coverage, multi-network access, and with an emphasis on obviously the top Gs. I think that operators, particularly the RPX and GRX vendors, need to expand their direct peering. One of the biggest limitations that we have is really about how we can terminate the traffic. When you look at it from a roaming perspective, the limitations are what is the RPX's peering points. So even if there are peering points that are very extensive in one region of the world, that doesn't help you if you have customers that are traveling to another. So I think that there's huge hype around local breakouts, which is something that we're investing a lot in. Our limitation is working with operators that have extensive peering, so that even when we do drop our virtualized gateways, that we are actually able to terminate the traffic as close to the devices as possible. I think the thing that excites me the most about the future of roaming has always been the basis for the telecom industry, in particular for mobile, to innovate. Roaming is not a product. Roaming is a standardized way in which mobile network operators are able to hand off traffic to each other, send and receive traffic in a way in which they can control each other's networks. So what we're seeing in our business is that this is a strong basis for innovation. Many of our customers are creating specific types of platforms that are very scalable because of the ability to have multi-network access and to have a consistent type of experience through the roaming infrastructure. And we saw this with voice, we saw this with SMS, where voice and SMS were the basis for what we see of CPaaS today. And we see data as the next opportunity that is being driven by virtualization, by eSIM, and the standardization of the way in which networks integrate with each other, which is roaming. Connectivity service providers for us serve as the last mile between the mobile network operators and the enterprise or the consumer. And what we're seeing with eSIM is that the enterprise and the consumer is becoming way more sophisticated and requires way more technical integrations to the mobile network core. They want to have more control and more features. We see the CSPs as the system integrators for that last mile integration to a much more sophisticated enterprise and consumer. So I think they're driving innovation, they're creating niche products, and they are taking the adoption of connectivity to the next level. It's no longer a standard proposition, right? Mobile network operators like to have very mass market standardized product. When you look at the IoT proposition or their post and prepaid proposition, they don't have anything for service providers. And so I think that service providers are really driving it, and we are building a platform for mobile network operators to enable these service providers. We will continue to build out additional POPs in our network, adding more local breakouts. We will continue to open up our network via API, adding more features and functionalities. We have over 30 mobile network operators that are fully integrated onto our platform. So it's a single API for over 30 mobile network operators. We see the adoption of connectivity as a huge opportunity, particularly when you contextualize it with what's happening with eSIM. So we think 2024 will be a really exciting year for continued growth for consumer eSIM, and with IoT, we expect to start seeing similar trends with the new eSIM standard of the merging of IoT and consumer. So we are really excited to start seeing similar trends that we've seen on consumer devices to start flowing into IoT.